Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tarnation TV's live broadcast over here at the High Voltage Racing League, the Maverick Cup Series. Today's date being the 10th of September, 2024. We got a full house here today. We actually had to do some knockout qualifying. My name is Blaine, joined here by the legendary Brian Wolf. What's up, man?
Nothing, man. Nice intro. I like that. Man, I'm very happy to be here. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. We got full house tonight. They've already gone through one qualifying session to lock in the final 19 positions, I believe. I just got word from Benjamin, the race director. So many people showed up for this thing tonight that they needed to do two qualifying sessions because there's too many drivers that they won't all fit on the track. So I believe what he does is he locks in, like say he locks in the top 20 or the top 15, and then like that remaining 15 to 20 need to be determined in a private qualifying session. And then whoever locks, once that session's done, the top, whatever number, I think he said it was 19, the top 19 drivers from that session then get to qualify again for the actual race. So there's a lot of qualifying going on here, and these guys got a pretty thick rule book, so they can always figure out a what-if situation. So what if too many drivers show up? Well, here we are.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, these, looking at this track, I've been looking at a little bit of practice from a couple of the camera views here, and these guys with Kansas tonight got their hands full. That's for sure, especially with a full field like this, not counting you and I being in the server. That's going to make, I believe, 39 or 40, right?
Pretty close. I'm thinking there's probably going to be at least 39 or 40 drivers here this evening. And Kansas is a cool track, man. It's 1.5 miles long. We will be running 100 laps here this evening, which is about 150 miles. And it should be a good one. And this is a points race. As you can see on screen right now, we have a list of the updated points with Nick Gunther, Keith Hughes, and Trey Kinsey holding on to those top 3 spots. Seth Cole, Joshua Mercurio, RJ Bishop, Tate Dorsey, Kez Hiller, Santiago Gutierrez, and Mike Carroll rounding out the top 10 in points.
Sweet. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be a fun one. I'm getting back to how this track is. It is a 1.5 mile tri-oval. I would call it like a flatter version of like a California or maybe a small Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
It's only it's banked 15 degrees only at its highest point. So, yeah, this is going to be good. These guys got their hands full. I could never wrap my head around this track for some reason. It hasn't been very kind to me over the years, but it's always a fun one to watch. It should be a fun one to call too.
I find it's funny when it comes down to, like you just said, a lot of the tracks look similar, but they're never the same. You could look at this thing, it looks just like California. It looks just like Homestead, Montana, whatever you want to call it. All these different kind of 1.5 mile sort of intermediate style tracks. But they all have such different personality.
Oh, yeah. And from what I understand, too, I think they go single file restarts, which should make it pretty interesting. I think we're going to see some good racing here. The other thing that I noticed here kind of last minute is it kind of threw a wrench in my back to my broadcasting debut is they've got the yellows turned off. They call out their own yellows here. So
Right.
It might be a little bit difficult for me. I apologize if I get some of these guys' names and numbers wrong or whatever. I'll apologize beforehand because it probably will happen with being 40 of them here.
There's a lot of guys in here tonight, and we recognize some of them, but the majority of them are new names. We have a list here provided to us by Maverick on some of the drivers making their first starts, making their return to the track. It's going to be a great night. I think it might be a little hectic off the start. That's probably why they're going with the single file, because it is going to be so crowded. At least if somebody's going to wash up a little bit, there's room when they're single file instead of side by side. So that'll definitely make it a lot less claustrophobic for people who may not have ever been around some of these other guys, because everybody has their own racing style.
Right, and the other thing that's kind of thrown me off a little bit here is the broadcasts that we've done in the past with you and I. Anyway, I kind of knew the styles and how these guys race and their experience levels too. These guys here tonight are just throwing me into a tornado because I have no idea about like you said, I recognize about 6 or 7 names here out of the 50 or so that showed up to race, and it's hard to determine, what level of experience a lot of these guys have. If they don't have much, it should be interesting. I mean, it's, the different ages and different genres of racing that they come from.
Yeah, and you get so used to the people in your own leagues and stuff too, and if people are coming out here tonight to try out a different league, you're in amongst I don't even know the count. Like we should have got a count. People have now disconnected from TeamSpeak after they had to do that knockout qualify. I think we had over 60 people connected to TeamSpeak. Okay, and this game can only hold 42, I think. I think it's 42.
It looks like they're going to maybe possibly go to qualifying here.
Yep. So what we have to do, we have to click drive, and then we have to abort our run. As broadcasters, we have to abort our qualifying run. But
okay, done and done. And with that, I'll even add this. It's really nice to be up in here at this point of view rather than in the hornet's nest with these guys tonight. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work down there keeping the car clean. I don't know. I didn't catch it. Are they running damage? Yes, they are. Damage level is set to moderate. We do have 100 laps. 0 computer opponents. I always thought it'd be kind of neat to throw a couple AI cars out there just to watch the catastrophe. But it and yellow flags are off, so we won't be able to really. The way the broadcast works, you've got the ticker and you've got the flag state. So right now it looks like it's green up there. That changes by pulling information from the game. So with yellow flags being off, that will just stay green the entire race. So we'll have to, if we see a wreck and we see guys slowing down, then we'll know that race control has called a yellow. This way they can, just when everybody's ready to go green again, they could just go green again. They don't have to wait for the game to run, 3 extra laps or whatever's going on. It definitely speeds up the resume, like when they resume green flag racing, as long as everybody can be on TeamSpeak and is actually hearing what's going on. That's an issue too. Some guys don't have proper headsets and nothing, but I'm sure that's part of the rules. If they're not able to hear TeamSpeak, then you're obviously not allowed to race, because it would just be, they'd be calling out yellow flag, and guys would just be running over everybody. So
I'm guessing that they would definitely put that up in the chat as well, that the drivers can see, because a lot of times, I mean, we've in the past we've had drivers that are hearing impaired and things of that nature, so they they take care of that stuff ahead of time. But yeah, that's gonna make it a little difficult. Those guys are really gonna keep us on our toes as far as broadcasting this thing. We're gonna have to pay that much more attention to what's happening on the racetrack.
Did you get to run any laps around this thing?
I did. I ran about 4 or 5 laps. I was having a connection issue there, and we had to get out and take care of that. But Kansas has always been one of my nemesis. Like I said, I'd much rather be up in here with you calling this race than down there with them. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to get out on the track. I was curious about the setup, and I know it might be a little bit gripped up. But either way, we are into happy hour right now, so we will meet the drivers now that qualifying is complete. It looks like Dwayne Johnson, Nick Gunther, and Monsieur Gomez at the top 3 spots.
Okay, to meet the drivers, do we go up there? Do you need me and the trunk monkey to put us up there, or will Benjamin take care of that?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're supposed to be doing it in happy hour. I'm thinking he'll come and grab us.
Okay, yeah, I see the happy hour is extended 14 minutes, so yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that would put the race start right at the green flag right about 9 o'clock.
Perfect. Thank you, obviously, to everybody who tunes into Tarnation TV broadcasts. It's always cool. Don't do as many anymore, but it's always fun getting called in by a different league. JTN usually calls these races for Maverick on Tuesday nights, the Johto Network. Obviously not able to do it this weekend, or this day. Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So used to calling these on the weekend.
Yeah, like I said, this is going to be fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Actually, I had to miss one of my own races tonight. I was supposed to be racing in the truck series over at ASR tonight, but
Oh yeah,
I'm looking at this as an opportunity because I really love the broadcasting end of this thing, and it's always a pleasure to do this. It's fun. It's a great learning experience for me actually too as well.
yeah. Thanks for popping in here too, man. Because it's last minute, especially on Tuesdays. Like you said, guys have a lot of different stuff going on with other leagues, and that's awesome that you're actually missing a race and able to help me out tonight. So that's super cool.
Oh yeah, no problem. Always a pleasure to fill in for your partner there, and I'm glad to see you guys cleaned up the booth a little bit. You got rid of all the Playboy magazines, and I dig the fireman's pole you put in just for me. That's awesome.
Well, and remember that corner over there? There was a stack of like old cheeseburger wrappers and stuff over there. Like we're moving up, man. We hired a maid, and she comes in and she keeps it all tidy. So that's it's nice. Tarnation TV smells like Febreze and bologna sandwiches, but it's an acquired taste.
Outstanding.
Let's see if I can get a cool angle on some of these cars here. Who's this? B. Davis. I wonder what the B stands. Oh.
What's the number?
Trying to get locked onto a neat camera angle here, and he disconnected.
Oh boy,
right.
Okay.
We might be getting ready to head into driver introductions.
All right, we are ready for driver intros. Come on down to the driver room.
Awesome. Hey, Brian, put us all up there. Let's do it.
10-4. Oh boy, give me just a second.
Ben, are you still here? He's what the?
Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Tarnation TV if you're watching it, or maybe you're going to watch it later. But either way, we got a full house tonight. This is going to be a fantastic race. I won't waste too much time, and just, thanks to all the drivers for coming on down. Let's put on a good show, and it looks like we're going from the qualifying. We're starting with Dwayne at the top, working our way down. The floor is yours, Dwayne.
Actually, no, we're starting with Seth at the bottom.
Oh, you're going backwards.
We're going backwards. So we'll start with the 40th place starter and ignore the 89, which is a withdrawal, the 995 and the 29. Those are the broadcasts on a withdrawal. So we're going to start with number 78. Take it away.
Starting shotgun on the field, number 78, Candemonium Dark Knights Toyota Camry out of Fortnite Squad Racing, Seth Cole out of Nelliston, New York. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to all my teammates. And I hope that Dwayne Johnson doesn't use the people's bumper to wreck me tonight.
86.
Well, starting 42nd, Josh Mercurio, driver of the 86, driver for Team Wrecking Ball. Big shout out to Ulysses Sandoval.
And next we have Cody Lamas in the number 84, starting in 38th tonight, driving for Durburger Racing. Next we have the 42.
Dylan Young, driver of the number 42 Coke Zero Sugar Oreo Toyota Camry. All I got to say is, heck yeah, brother, ready to race at Kansas. Also subscribe to We the Coasters.
738.
Matt McIntyre driving the 738 911 Tribute car out of Fortnite Squad Racing from Southern Indiana.
82.
82, Keith Hughes, driving the visible Honda.
And next we have the number 007 of Chad Heyer in the City Chevrolet car for Higher Performance Racing, starting in 34th.
Tate Dorsey, number 6, in the Batmat Ford Mustang.
Starting 32nd, Alex Moe, Southern California, 48 Low Chevrolet.
Starting in 31st in the number 22, Maverick, Patriotic Kia K900, Benjamin Snyder from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Shout out to my friends at Park City Mountain, National Ability Center, and the Live Reality Games group. And good luck to all the other drivers tonight. And we're going to race in honor of those who lost their lives on 9/11. And then we have Jonathan Ward in the number 062, starting in 30th.
Jeff Thomas, driver of the number 91, Moms and Pops Ford. Shout out to Jane and my mom. I know they're watching these races, and that's all I gotta say.
Michael Earl driving the 47 Kingsford car. '27.
Mark Snyder driving the Landlord Leasing 27, representing Benjamin Snyder Racing.
90.
Oh, Dale Barham in the 90 Black Veterans Project Toyota Camry. Shout out Kamala Harris, she's a baddie. And subscribe to the 16mm Film Crew podcast.
And hello, number 8, Buddy Camp.
Is your mic not working? Buddy Campos in the 8 for Rock City Hill Racing.
Starting 24th at the number 137, Kez Hiller driving the Busch Gardens Toyota. Shout out to the rest of the drivers. I wish y'all would pay better attention to this.
Starting in 23rd, Ulises Sandoval, driver of the 096 Toyota Camry. Big shout out to all my buddies from Team Wrecking Ball and all my NCRA buddies. And also a big shout out to Christian Torres, Alison Rodrigo, and my buddy Santi. All four are with the Latino gang.
'68. Yeah. Blaine Davis in the number 68 World Racing Media Lexus for Solomon JLP Racing. And then we have Kaylee Lee in the 69 car. 70, you're next.
This is Bryson Miller, driving the number 70, Restore Automotive Products Dodge.
Starting 19th to 76, Corsair Chevrolet, Robert Couvette. Guys, check out FNL on Fridays and Saturdays. Everybody have a good race tonight. Stay safe.
RJ.
Oh yeah, driver of the 77, RJ Bishop, driving for Fortnite Squad Racing. As he also wants to send a big shout out to Ulises Sandoval. Thanks, buddy.
Starting 17th, the 32 car driving the Chick-fil-A Lexus, Zachary Hall from Decatur, Texas. Shout out to everyone in Stillwater. Go Pokes.
Starting 16th.
Cam Smith, driver of the 88 Chevy Mountaineer.
Starting 15th out of Rochester, New York, the number 14 car, Nikos Video.
Starting 14th, number 35, a Dodge, Mike Carroll, representing Pittsburgh State University, my alma mater. Go Gorillas. We're undefeated. Let's go win the D2 championship.
And starting 13th is number 07 of Jack Merkel. And starting 12th is the 24 of Xander Levi in the Jeff Gordon paint scheme.
Starting 11th, the number 61 Abruzzi Toyota. If you need any sim racing gear, go to abruzzi.com. Get everything you need covered. Let's hope I have a good race. Oh, by the way, shout out to all the Fortnite Squad Racing crew, because I can hear them in the other Discord, and they are lapping it up.
Starting 10th, 033, Jeff Goodpaster, driving of the number 3rd of the Performance Plus Motor Oil Ford Fusion. Shout out to Blaine and Brian, and can't wait to see how the night goes.
Thank you.
Trey Kinsey, driver of the number 80 Xfinity Toyota.
Daniel Rodriguez in the 65 Monster Energy car.
Morel Suspension number 81 car, driven by Santiago Gutierrez, Peruvian driver. This one is for my crush.
Michael Norman, driver of the 08 Shell Pennzoil Throwback. I smell what the rock is cooking.
Number 38, Jolene Sims, starting 5th in the Victoria's Secret car. 43, you're next.
Oh, hello. The Brazilian driver starting the 4th spot, Alisson Rodrigo from Fastlane Racing.
Sorry about the detention is not seeable. So I got to a bit of a shadow from my body, so por eso me agredo a por eso Google.
Number 55, Nicholas Gunther. I drive the number 55 MenDQ787B Toyota for Fortnite Squad Racing. Give a shout out for my teammates here tonight. And I know what the rock is cooking, but I'm ready to rock the rock tonight.
And starting on the pole is the number...
Mr. Snyder, allow me, please. Finally, starting on the pole is the 01, straight out of the SmackDown Hotel. His name, Dwayne Johnson.
D-U-A-N-E. Good job, everyone. And thank you, Blaine and Brian, for being here tonight for a great race.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Good job, guys. That was a lot of fun.
There is a couple Blaines in here, so yeah, the Blaines are going to stick together, man. Let's do this thing. Thanks, guys. Have a good race, and yeah, we'll broadcast this thing, and hopefully y'all are watching. There we go.
Absolutely, guys.
Tripping on my tongue.
Thanks, Blaine.
Have fun, drivers, and good luck, all you guys, and keep the rubber side low.
Good
Thanks,
luck, everyone.
Mr. Wolf.
Sorry that my mic was muted. Good luck. And let's have fun tonight. Let's not wreck it up.
I think it's a good race. I'm just gonna check something.
All right, well, Brian gets us back down here. There you go. Met every single driver on planet Earth tonight. Every single driver ever is here this evening.
Yeah, I had trouble finding us on the list, moving us around. The trunk monkey had trouble there because I brought the trunk monkey tonight to kind of help out, and he was daydreaming there.
Yeah, that was
couldn't find you in the list.
That was solid. So, so much for that. Somebody just reset the entire server. Whoopsies. So maybe Dwayne The Rock Johnson isn't.
Are you sure? I'm showing 31 seconds. Oh, there it goes. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm showing 20 seconds to go.
Oh, okay.
In the happy hour.
Oh, really?
Did you just drop? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just dropped then. Maybe that's all it was. I don't know if it was a reset or a drop. It looks like most of us are coming back in, and qualifying looks like it's still locked in. So yeah, it would look like it might have just been a hiccup. We will be racing shortly.
I'll tell you what, at the end of this happy hour, these guys are out here mixing it up. You can throw a blanket over 8, 9, 10 of these cars.
Nice.
It looks, some of these guys are almost making this place look like Phoenix. They're taking that very low line down there coming off the dog leg there.
Oh, they're getting right into good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just take a look-see here at... Yeah, I thought the server reset, but it looks like a bunch of guys when they just fell out. Me being one of them. But yeah, the count was 41 drivers connected to the server, 2 of them being Mr. Wolf and myself. Well, yeah, we are watching that low line there. Watching Keith Hughes. He get down below the line there on that front tri-oval. Would you call that a tri-oval? I guess that's a tri-oval.
Yeah, it is considered a tri-oval. But yeah, I noticed a bunch of those guys are running an extremely low line down there on the apron, almost in the grass.
Nice.
And they are taking the grid here.
Because the high line works too. This is a little bit gripped up, this track. So, I mean, they can race wherever they want to race.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is a huge field, so they're gonna put this track to the test for sure.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're gridding up. So get on the track and then retire, or just race. Sure, it doesn't really matter. You can go for a race if you want.
Nope. Like I said before, I would much rather be watching this race from up here.
Yeah. 100%.
So the guy that's on the pole
should be Dwayne, right?
Yeah, I was just mentioning, if that were the real Dwayne Johnson, it'd probably be right up your alley. Blaine, aren't you a big wrestling fan?
Not big, but yeah, enough that it's definitely fun to watch. I've been to a few live events. Super cool. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine. He's an absolute maniac when it comes to wrestling.
Oh my gosh, these guys are coming off of they're just coming off of 3 going into 4, I believe, on the back stretch, or turn 2, I'm sorry. And boy, oh boy, I can't even keep the camera on this whole group.
No.
I'm used to doing races or being in races with about half this many.
I've got a lot of flickering cars again. I'm just gonna disconnect here and come back in.
Okay.
A lot of guys, just like that race we did there last time. I don't know what it is. It seems they seem to
keep the cameras on. They're coming off of 4 here. Uh-oh, we got a problem already. One of them spinning down to the grass. They're getting collected up.
Yeah.
The pace car is off, but I think they have called a yellow. Yeah, they've called a caution. They're going to restart it.
Okay. Yeah, it's something weird with the connection sometimes. The cars are there, but sometimes I can't see them. Like I can focus on them, but they flicker and whatnot. It's strange.
That was a phenomenon that I experienced a couple weeks ago when we did Cannon's race.
Yeah.
My replay didn't show the latter half of the field, and your replay didn't show the front half, or vice versa, whichever it was. But it was really weird. To make a video, I had to I kind of had to use both replays, which was convenient. But you do what you got to do.
Yeah, it was strange. Like the cars weren't lagging or anything. It just weren't showing up for some reason.
Yeah, I've got them all on my screen here, because I'm not looking at the same screen that the viewers are. But I got a couple of ones that are, flickering in and out a little bit here, but they're coming together.
Okay. Now, are they gridding up again?
Yes, they're just now pulling off, waiting for the pace car to move.
Okay.
And there we go. Okay. So yeah, these guys are chomping at the bit already.
See, and I'm in here and I've got nobody except me.
Somebody must have dropped 2, because now I don't have a couple of the paint schemes that are up front.
Yeah, see, I just got kicked again.
Oh, you know what? Because I forgot to grid up again and then retire the second time by. So I'll have to remember that. In case they would go another restart. Really nice looking paint schemes out here too. Some of these guys really go all out with this stuff.
Yeah, there was a bunch of really cool ones. I was kind of watching in practice there. They looked pretty sweet.
So they are just coming off of turn 4, waiting on that pace car to move out of the way. 01 is Wayne Johnson, leads him down, 55 in tow.
Yeah, I can't get in the server. Like I'm in the server, but I just can't see anybody.
We are green flag racing. Side by side so far, no problems. Maybe we have a spinner in the back. And it looks like they're getting spread out pretty nicely here. Oh, now there's some bumping going on, and there's a big crash down the backstretch.
Keeps kicking me.
77 involved, 68, 70, number 8, 48.
Is it possible
69.
that I could be having core issues? But it was fine in the.
You very well could,
practice.
Blaine. I had to change. They put a link to the core, the updated core, there in TeamSpeak.
Okay. Because it was totally fine until it started the race. So it's
All right,
in
looks like they
TeamSpeak.
have called a caution flag. They're still wrecking out up here.
Where do they put it in TeamSpeak? Under the utilities? No.
Down below in the chat.
Oh, in that group chat thing. Okay, 1 second.
You go on to the entrance chat tab, and it should be in there unless you came in after they put it up there. And it looks like the 14 car is retired. Are they still racing? I can't really tell. The green flag is back on. They've gone green again.
I'm just going to try deleting my core.
I'm not seeing any positions here yet. Okay, I'm focused right now on the number 8 car. Oh, they're wrecking again. Oh my gosh. Blaine, this is very difficult to call without you in here.
Yeah.
With the yellows off, especially, this is really very difficult to keep track of. I mean, I don't know if they're maybe going to possibly restart this. Because it looks as if, I believe they are restarting.
See, when I connect to this, it's populating the drivers, but
Okay, they are doing another restart. So if you want, let me jump up here, and you want me to tell them to postpone for just a minute? And get you that core, Blaine?
It's showing me at 100% quality. But I'm literally only showing like 6 guys on the track. I don't know if that's a core issue or what that is. It can't be.
Okay, they've gone back to happy hour. I can't hear what they're discussing up in the race room. Maybe I should pull Benjamin down here and we'll see what we want to do.
Your game keeps crashing.
Yeah.
Try downloading the core.
It's weird because it was totally fine until it went green, and now I'm only showing like 8 cars, and I can't get on the track. And I have the
try
core.
downloading the core. Try exiting the game, downloading the core, and you'll be good to go.
Is it up to date on the Facebook page?
I sent it to a messenger.
Okay.
The core goes in your AR 2003 folder. Send me a message when you get it downloaded and installed and connect to the server.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Oh, there it is there. Okay. Yeah, so I did download this a couple days ago. Maybe they switched it.
All right. Well, I mean, they've returned to happy hour, so here I can focus on a couple of these guys possibly and see.
I'm curious why I would be fine in practice, qualifying, and happy hour, and then when it went to the race, why would something happen? I don't get it. That's what's boggling my mind because everything was totally fine. But anyway, we'll give this a shot here.
I have the race server up on my system.
Okay. Core is in.
Core's in.
Yeah, it's too bad if it is a core problem.
I don't know what the these guys are kind of down here just waiting for the start. I don't know
Your
what's
core is
going on with
green.
the broadcast.
Yeah, everybody's coming in quick now. Okay. Yeah, it's loaded all 40 cars up. Interesting. All right, apologies to the broadcast. I guess for some reason I had the wrong core, so that's totally my fault, 100%. Let's go racing.
Okay, here we are back at the grid. Okay.
Yeah. We are back on the grid, and we are... getting ready to go green. I can see all the cars. Oh, wow, that is weird.
You know, it just
is that a core issue where half the field just disappears? Because
it could be, Blaine. I had the same issue. I had to remove my core earlier. You know, these kids in their racing. It's
yeah.
You know, it takes me back. It takes me back to you know everything. To be able to do this, everything has to come together, you know, and it's so difficult sometimes to, you know, keep on the top of your head and keep on your toes of what everything that has to be done. If you forget one little detail, it throws the whole thing off, you know?
Well, yeah, and I had the core. I mean, I assumed I had the core in there because we were rocking through practice. So we were checking the guys out there and like in the happy hour and doing the driver intros and everything else. And then the race starts and the whole thing blows up on me. So I was like, okay, well, I guess the core didn't like me when it was the most important time of the whole race. But anyway, thank you to Benjamin for sending that to me in a private message. It seems to have worked perfectly.
Yeah, I've still got. It must have been a core issue because I'm still in the server. It hasn't booted me yet, and it was earlier. I was having a hard time getting in there, but yeah, now we've got all 40 cars coming to the green flag here. Let's turn them loose.
Yeah, all right. Let's actually go racing now. The people who are watching the broadcast can now actually see what's going on live, and so can I, which is a bonus. Front row, we got Nick Gunther and Dwayne Johnson. Row number 2, we got Rodrigo and Sims. No, Rodrigo and Gomez.
I'm looking at that number 81. Or no, I'm sorry.
Yep. The Wrangler car?
I'm sorry. The 033 of Jeff Goodpaster. He's one of the guys that you know I know and I've raced with before. So he's about mid pack. He's in about the 8th, 9th, 10th position, something like that. So I'm going to try to focus on him while we go green here.
Cool. Yeah, we're on Jeff there. That's a slick-looking car, that 033.
It is.
Here we are. Yeah, again, apologies to everybody. We assumed that my core was all good to go, but I guess I was wrong. It's working good now. Somebody breaking down to the bottom there.
Shoo, man, these guys are running 3 wide, about 10 deep.
Yeah, who's pulling off the track down there? Somebody pulled down on the apron. These guys almost look like they want to go 4 wide up here. And they are using the entire track, too, man.
They are, wow. I'm looking at the 55 and that little group right behind the 55 here, man. And these guys are just really pushing each other early.
Yeah, that's a little like these things aren't warmed up yet either. That's the thing. You got to give them a couple laps. So the gripped up track, they get warmed up a little quicker. Oop, somebody shot up the wall there. Looks like the 88.
Looks like he gathered it back up.
Yeah, there's some smoke back there. We're just checking the speeds here to see if there might be a yellow flag like before. We will reiterate.
Actually, I take that back. The 88 was spun. And we can go back and I can... Yeah, he just turned a little bit. He was... Yeah, the 8 kind of got into him, into the 88, and just kind of turned him... He did noser into the wall, but everybody avoided him and got through it. One guy, a couple other cars slid into the grass, but...
I can't believe I messed up the core file. Jeez, that's crazy.
It happens, man. I mean...
Yeah. There's so many things that I check every day, you know, and I have the race locked in usually a couple days before we actually have to do it. And then the day of, I go through it again. And I was positive I grabbed the core, so apologies to everybody watching this. But yeah, we're good to go now.
Okay,
Just
so they still
currently-
are green. They haven't thrown a caution for that, so they still
Yeah.
are running green up here. Dwayne Johnson's still leading them away from the 222.
And they are coming up on the 88 of Cam Smith. He was the car that spun out there a couple laps ago. He's yielding now to the main pack. We'll focus there on the number 8, Michael Norman. And that Pennzoil rig. Benjamin did send me some stuff here. He says there's a lot of people making their debut race here at Maverick.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think he had a list of about 5 or 6 people that were. I was just looking at the 38, and I don't have her paint scheme, but she's kind of brand new to the racing, and here she is holding her own up here in position 5.
Got a good qualifying start too. I think it was. I do believe that she was up there in 5th or 6th in the qualifying order. That's Julian Sims in the 38.
Yeah, she's looking pretty smooth through my camera angle. In fact, she's looking to making a move on the 24 car. 55 started on second place, has dropped back just a little bit, but now it looks like they're just running kind of an even keel here, single file.
Yeah. Under caution. It looks like the 88 got into trouble again.
Yeah, they were putting a lap on him. He was driving it pretty crooked after he spun out and hit the wall down there.
He's actually on fire right now. The rear of the car is gone, and there's clearly flames inside the cab.
Oh, is that Ulysses was sitting there sideways?
So Cam Smith, yeah, it's showing me that Ulysses Sandoval has retired. Why is there a cone in the middle of the track? Did you see that? Middle of the track on the front straightaway. Middle of the track on the front straightaway. There's like orange arrow on the track, and there's a cone there. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's just me with a funky shared folder.
Seeing what happened, if you focus on somebody spun up in front of Ulysses, but if you watch him through that last sequence, yeah, the 88 almost went up over the fence, and then Ulysses had nowhere to go and just collected a bunch of them.
Oh, okay. We'll back that up, and we'll get a instant replay of the 88 Cam Smith. Yeah, he's moving over because he is a lap down. He did spin out a couple laps back. And then, yeah, there was 4 wide there. Actually, you know what? They almost made it work 4 wide. He did his best to move over, but unfortunately got run into there.
It looks like the 88, I'm back on live on the 88. It looks like he's pulling off to retire it. He is smoking the place up pretty good.
Yeah, he's going to have to leave. I think he's focused on Ulysses Sandoval here in the 096.
And again, I apologize too, because I can't see what the viewer is seeing. I'm looking at my screen here, just kind of jumping around looking for the action.
Yeah, Ulysses
Which
got
we've
tangled.
had plenty of so far.
Trey Kinsey in the 80. Unfortunately there for those guys with moderate damage. I don't know if those cars can withstand that.
Yeah, that was a pretty big pileup back there. There looks like they're getting lined back up now. I thought they were going to go single file on the restarts, but it looks like they're doubling up. So we'll see what happens here.
Okay. Right, that's funny because they were okay. So they must have changed that then because we were doing. Man, can you shut? Oh wait, is it possible to shut? Or not shut off, like turn off yellow flags, but still call a yellow flag as an administrator?
I think so. I think the admin can just throw a caution when they need to.
Oh, cool.
Because we do the kind of the same thing over at ASR because we run. I'll tell that story here in a minute because we're going green, and it looks like the 43 of Rodrigo is going to push that leader across the line.
Yep. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on his outside, Fran Gomez in the 222. Unfortunately, I don't have the car file for the 222. It's just a generic.
Yeah, I'm missing some car file too, and he's slapping that outside wall, trying to keep up pretty good. 43 looks like he's digging in.
That 43 car looks fast, man. That color always just screams.
And then the one we were talking about, I'm not sure of her first name. Jay Sims is moving up through there too, man, holding her own still up there. The 32 car that
Jolene.
It looks like that 32 car looks like a cow.
Oh, on your screen? Oh, the 32 behind, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that? Zachary Hall driving a dairy cow. Yeah. That's, you know what? You stick it on the broadcast, man. That's the thing. The bright green cars and cars that look like cows.
And Jeffrey Goodpaster, we mentioned earlier too, in the 033, he's moving up through there pretty good. He's sitting there in 7th now.
Yep. Behind him, we got Michael Norman in the 08.
That's the old Dale Jr. Paint scheme throwback. That's a sharp looking car.
Yep. And behind him, we got the 137 of Kez Hiller. Nice, simple design on that one. Unfortunately for Jack Merkel, I don't have the 07 downloaded, so we got a generic on that one.
I'll tell you what, some of these guys through this field are just door to door, man. They are just handling it.
Yeah, man. This is some good racing. These guys are tight together, and they're giving each other space, which is cool. It's a long race, so I'd like to see that. Right there,
where
focused
we
on the
lap
24.
13.
Yep, 24 is Xander Levi. And behind him, Anthony McCurry in the 61. Currently sliding up a little bit on that 7 of Higher. Higher backed off a little bit, let him go. We got Alex Moe in there too in the mix in that 38 in the 48 Lowe's. Alex always driving the Lowe's car.
Yeah, that's wow. Like now they're running 3 wide again. He's down on the apron with the 7 coming up, pushing through the middle. Look at that, almost 4 wide.
Yeah, we're back here watching a fight for position 10 because these guys are 3 wide back here. And we know Alex. I mean, Alex knows how to get around a track. He's really good at a lot of tracks. He's always on the super speedways, but he's a big fan of everything else, which is always so cool to watch.
Alex Moe, yeah, he's one of those well-rounded individuals. He likes all the tracks.
Yeah.
You know, in the sim racing community especially, not so much maybe NASCAR, is you get guys that really like this track. They love the cookie cutters. Other guys are just live for the super speedways. And then you got short track and road course guys, ringers, you know. So some of these guys are pretty well-rounded, though, as far as, you know, how they race and you know, when they go from place to place.
Focusing here on the 76 of Robert Kubat. That's a cool-looking car, too, Corsair.
They're 3 wide up in front of them.
That's the RAM that I got inside my computer.
88 still hanging in there.
Yeah. That is crazy. How did they fix that car? It was actually billowing smoke. I wonder, though, if Race Control may ask him to park it if he gets in the way. Or maybe 3 strikes you're out kind of thing. Like, he hasn't caused an accident. You know, he's moving over. But
yeah,
I wonder,
I think he's just out there making laps now, but then that's okay.
Yeah. Cody Lamas in the 84. Unfortunately, I don't have that car file either. There's a lot of cars out here today. How many did we download? Close to 400?
I think my last count was 400 even. So what I'll do now is, for replay purposes or possible video purposes, because Fluid Studios is in the house. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, mention that. You do stuff.
Yeah, Fluid Studios is in the house. Watching this is a great opportunity. But what were we talking about? The replays.
Well,
the cars. The cars. I downloaded 400 cars just from this league alone. And this is the same mod that we run on Wednesday nights for ASR and our Cup Series.
Mm-hmm.
Which I meant to talk about earlier, too, because the way they score over there is just like they do now. We run segments, and they always have the race admins. They'll call the yellows because we need that extra length in case we have a green-white checkered at the end. So they'll always set the race for more than, what we're going to go, and then they can call yellows as they see fit.
Right.
But
see, Allison Rodrigo here took the lead away from Dwayne Johnson a couple laps ago. Dwayne in third now, had led every single lap up until that point. Allison Rodrigo now has led 2 of those. Oh. Xander Levi on the inside, taking the lead away from Rodrigo again. Yeah, sorry to cut you off, buddy. Fluid Studios.
Oh, no, you're good.
Yeah, the NASCAR Racing 2003 season media machine known as Fluid Studios.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I just recently put it on the market to try to, or not on the market, but I'm trying to market some sales possibly through, doing promotions for different leagues and highlight videos and stuff. Because, I mean, let's say you're a driver and you don't win that much like me, you know what I mean, and you want to preserve that, those highlights. And I just noticed that cone you were talking about because
it's just crazy. We just had a wreck back there too. We're under yellow now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, if you win a race that say it wasn't televised or something like that, you know what I mean. You want to preserve that and share with your family and friends. We'd set it to music and all kinds of different audio options and stuff like that. And pricing's very, very reasonable because it don't really take me a whole lot of time to put these together. But yeah, I'm glad to be able to plug my brand out here and got another announcement for you guys here in just a little bit. I'm trying to put it together, but let's focus on why we're here for tonight for these Maverick guys. I was just looking at the 22 of Benjamin Snyder, and he's fallen back to 34th. I don't know if he was involved in that stuff earlier or if he's just trying to maintain, because this is his deal. If he's just trying to maintain and keep this race together for now.
Yeah, looking at Michael Earl here in our instant replay, got it in slow motion. Looks like Mercurio in the 86 slid up just a little bit, tapping the quarter panel on the rear of that 47. Michael Earl into the wall, has the brakes locked up, but the thing still slid down.
Oh boy, there's trouble on pit road.
In front of Jay Ward. There's a lot of cars out here. We're trying to keep a track of all these guys. The race off pit road. This is live.
Oh, this is insanity on pit road right now.
I love it. 4 wide coming off pit road. Our little stop sign guy down there, letting everybody know the pace car is not leading anybody around, so they can exit. You got to watch that, man. That's a penalty that can bite you. I'll just drive off pit road. I'm like, if the pack is on the track right next to pit road, you have to stop. And then sometimes you stop and other guys drive into you. What'd you stop for? I'm like, because there's a stop sign. And then you get a penalty for unsafe exit because you ran the stop sign.
It says stop, not slow.
Yeah. No, that's it. You really got to watch that. And some tracks replace that with flashing red lights as well. There's another debut here. Kaylee Lee, the number 69. First race debut here at Maverick. That's a really cool looking car. I love the bright,
unfortunately, that's one that I don't
colors.
have.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, that's
No,
a really cool looking car. I like that one.
I'm just going over that cone.
Yeah, look at this. I don't know why. We'll just rewind here. There's a cone in the center of the trial, like the exit of the trial, but just by the pit exit. I mean, you can drive through it. It's not going to hurt you at all. I just think it's funny.
Well, that's these guys at Maverick. They'll try anything to try to keep these guys separated.
Yeah. Oh, we got the 47 parking it down there. Almost caused a catastrophe in slow motion there. But yeah, very cool to see the 69 there. Awesome paint job. Kind of want to know who painted that thing. Kaylee Lee driving that debut here. Another debut. I got a whole debut list sent to me by Benjamin Snyder himself. No Hogarth in the 158, but I don't actually see the 158 on the track.
And here we go green again, man. A. Rodrigo 43 has moved up now to second, putting that bright green machine up right up next to Dwayne Johnson, but he's going to keep going with that 01, bringing the 38 in tow.
Yep, the 38 right
There's
beside
Alex
him,
Moe
the 48
right there.
behind him. Yep, Nick Gunther in the 55. Keeping that top 10 has kind of been pretty consistent, even with the yellows and the calamity on pit road. The top 10 is sort of just hanging in there.
Yeah, the 90 of D. Barnum has gotten around. I don't think they've called a yellow. It's when there's this many, it's kind of difficult. It takes you a minute to scroll through them.
Yeah.
The 69 car you were just speaking of, I think, has turned around as well.
Yeah, we are still green. Also, if you like what you see here, upcoming broadcasts here at Tarnation TV, Primetime Racing League next Friday on the 20th. And then Saturday, a week after that on the 28th at 9 p.m., you can watch the Breast Cancer Awareness Race for the Cure presented by Nate Bolser. That's a big benefit race. We're trying to raise some money for that cause. And I promise, I can't make any promises about the core. Who am I kidding? I thought I had her all locked in tonight, and apparently I dropped the ball on that one. But
I'll tell you
I feel bad because we got paying customers, you know what I mean? And then I do that. But Benjamin was nice enough to be patient with me and restart the race. And so apologize to the drivers. But hey, this has been some great racing, man. We're 30 laps into this thing.
Absolutely. And speaking of being patient, I think Benjamin's about the only one out there being patient right now, man. These guys are racing it up behind, and that's what the 01 wants to see, is these guys racing it up behind it. But I mean, I tell you what, they were 4 and 5 wide just a second ago, racing for second place.
Yeah, I don't know what
and it
happened.
looks like
the
they
yellow
may
is
have
out.
pulled the yellow out. Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it might be the 47. I want to say Michael Earl in the 47. Oh, he was actually driving sideways for a while. Right here, I think he gets loose, and he actually drifts through this entire corner. Watch this. Look at this. He actually almost held on to it. And that's probably what brought out the yellow right there. We'll check to see.
And again, it's kind of tough for me to keep up with you. I'm looking at, I've been kind of watching Alex Moe.
No.
And again, I don't see what the viewers are seeing, or what you're seeing, actually. So I'm trying to keep up with some of these guys. And
okay, you want something to watch? Get on the 27 of Michael Snyder. This is Ben's brother, I'm pretty sure. The amount of flips this car does, we're going to have to put it in instant replay slow motion, super slow motion here to count the amount of times the wheels come back to the ground.
All right, let me take a look here. I'm backing up. Oh my God.
He lost control trying to avoid the accident and got clipped, I think. No, he hit the wall and then got clipped. Okay, so here we go. 1.
Okay, so
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We got 17? Yes, we do. How about 18?
the 22 and the, what is that, the 27?
18 flips. Let's see that again at full speed.
Okay, the 22 is Benjamin Snyder, and he come by and looked like his jaw was hanging open when he saw what happened to, because they got together, actually. He was the one that kind of pushed him into those flips.
Wow. Do you want to watch it again from the cockpit? I think we have to.
I'll have to watch the
from the cockpit.
I got to get back on live here and see where we're at. They are coming side by
The
side.
Mark
Looks like there's a
Snyder.
little post-race, or I'm sorry, post-caution activity going on down here. Looks like one or two of these guys may not be that happy with each other.
That Mark Snyder went for a ride, man. Holy moly. 18. Needless to say, he's probably dizzy, and it looks like he actually has retired. Would you retire from rollovers though? Although he did plug it into the wall pretty hard. I was going to say it's mostly engine damage in that front impact. I think if it was just rolls, it would have been all right. I think.
Well, yeah, barrel rolls aren't. Sometimes they can be a little easy on you. You know, as far as continuing in the race, it's those cartwheels that really get you.
Well,
you know?
and that whole accident started from him hooking the lawn and then going straight up into the wall nose first, and then he got hit. So that's the engine damage. Yeah, if he just would have started flipping, he probably would have been all right. There's Blaine Davis in the 68. It's a hard name for me to pronounce.
Look at that Alex Moe in the 48 up there and coming up to second now. And it looks like he's just going to jump out there.
Currently focused on Blaine Davis here, back in the 18th position at the line. 62 gets sideways. Looks like it actually holds on to it, though. Awesome save. Oh, the 062. Jonathan Ward, that Taco Bell thing. Bright white Taco Bell car. Seth Cole. I don't know about you, man, but that is an awesome looking rig. They have a team, and all their cars are themed off of roller coasters.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, it's the 78. If you have the 78's paint scheme, that's another one of my favorites. He runs that a lot, Seth Cole. He also runs Flatout Racing Network. So head on over to FRN on YouTube if you want to watch more broadcasting. From a professional,
I do not have his. I got to get these out. I started to talk about that earlier. I got to get these cars. I'll go through and see which ones I need, and then go from there. You know, if I'm for replay purposes and whatnot.
If you want to watch a broadcast, or the broadcaster actually knows how to download a core file, definitely check out Seth Cole over at Flatout Racing Network. I believe he's
I
actually.
I don't have to be hard on you, man. You're hard enough on yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got a couple turned around back here.
McIntyre, M. McIntyre. What's your first name? 738. The 738.
I'm looking at D. Young, the number 42, has got a tire down, or that thing is really driving crooked.
Definitely looks like he's got a flat right front.
He's got a tire down. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened back there. Take a look.
Yeah, he's got a flat right front. That thing is, he's trying to do the old brake clutch spin to get the thing to turn. Because it's really hard to turn when you got a right side tire out, especially when it's a steer tire.
Yeah, he got together with another car, and I think it just flat-sided it.
Do you have a timestamp? Let me know.
It's right at a 26:39 on the 42. He got together with the 80 when it just shot him straight backwards.
And some replay here from D. Young.
And
is it actually,
we got everybody taking pit road again.
Is it flat before he even gets in the accident? Or maybe not.
He got together with, I think, with the 80, and it sent him around to the other side, and I think he just demolished the driver's side of his car.
Dylan Young,
Alex
that's a
Moe was
really
a good stop.
It's a really nice
They're
looking
racing
car
off pit
too.
road like it's a wow. They come off there 4 or 5 wide.
Yeah, we're in the replay, but we're missing this race off pit road. Like this, some great pit road action, but there's a lot of really good action. There's pit road action. There's guys with flat tires. There's broadcasters that don't know how to download core files. Tune in next week. Yeah, the 42, Dylan Young. That car is a nice looking car too. The Oreo, red, white, and black.
Oh yeah, that's a cool looking car. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the ones I have are really cool looking. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the rest of them now, because I probably will throw a video out for this race.
Yeah, now that
they continue racing like this, where I can go back and look through it and kind of slow it down and back it up, and you know what I mean, and see everything.
Yeah, there's Trey Kinsey in the 80. That's another hot looking car, the Xfinity Ride. These are all really good cars, actually. We try to get through the whole field here, too. Oh, there's one I haven't seen before. Number 90, D. Barnum. What is your first name? Dale Barnum. No, not Dale Barnum. Dale Barham. Sorry, Dale. Black Veterans Project, number 90. Just like a military vehicle. I like that color too, that drab green. That looks cool. He's back there in 31. He's probably just going in for a top-up. Currently, we have Ulysses Sandoval, R.J. Bishop, Kaylee Lee, and Mark Snyder all have retired. Mike Carroll, Cam Smith, Buddy Campos, and Michael Earl are all 1 lap or more off pace. I'm thinking they will have a lucky dog situation. Michael will get a lap back. He is 1 lap down. Buddy Campos is 3 laps behind. Cam Smith, 4 laps. Mike Carroll is 5. Try to get through the field here and let everybody get some air time.
Yeah, speaking of airtime, look who's going to lead him down to the green. Number 78, Seth Cole up there.
Seth Cole on the front row, right next to him, Matt McIntyre, followed by Santi Gutierrez and Benjamin Snyder in 4th. NYPD car there. Matt McIntyre, 738, giving Seth a run for the money on the outside. Not going to work.
Seth Cole's out there. He's reaching.
He's no stranger to the front row.
Yeah, he's keeping that McIntyre in check. Gutierrez, is that right? 81?
Yep, Santi Gutierrez. Yep. Now, that's the Wrangler scheme, but it says Muru on it. I wonder what that is. That old school Wrangler blue and yellow. Old school Dale Earnhardt's paint scheme is always cool.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the same Dale that's listed as Dale Earnhardt in the TeamSpeak.
Oh, maybe.
Can only guess.
Watch out for that cone.
Yeah.
We got some smoke. I don't know where it's coming from. It might just be that turn 3. We got a vape shack over there.
Oh, no. Somebody.
The Tarnation TV curse. We're focused on the 81, and around goes the 81 off the racing line, too, so that might not bring out a yellow. Unfortunately for Gutierrez.
Yeah, I think he had to check up from going into the outside wall, and the 24 just didn't have to, and kind of helped him around there.
Yeah, good news for the 81 there is, was it the 81? Yeah, Gutierrez. The Tarnation TV tower. We do also have the Tarnation TV sausage cart down there in the garage area if you require a beverage and a meal. Drivers eat free.
What about broadcasters? Because I do have to. I got to jump on that fireman's pole because
you got to pay. I do too.
Doesn't
make any sense.
Grab a sandwich on the way out. It's steps that are hard for me. The fireman's pole makes it easier, but I do have to. Now the 86 is around. Is that 86?
Oh, we were just focused on 22 Benjamin Snyder here.
Oh, there's a big fallout from that. Dwayne Johnson involved.
Oh no.
They're still coming through there. The 24 is trying to get through.
Are you live right now? Because I'm watching Dwayne Johnson just racing.
Yeah, I am live now.
33 minutes and 14 seconds in. I just seeing Dwayne right now. He's in 16th place.
All right, well, they wrecked up pretty good. We must have missed it because I just backed up to 32-37.
Because there is smoke on the track, but I'm not seeing a yellow flag.
Yeah, the 01 got together. The 24 came in there. The 32, that dairy cow came in there. 86 is spinning through there. 80 trying to get through. And I don't know. I guess they just didn't throw yellow.
Yeah. Currently focused on the lead here. The 82 of Keith Hughes. Now, Keith has led a couple laps. Robert Kubat is right behind him in the 76. He's on the inside of him, but didn't get that lap. Good battle for the lead here.
Some of these guys have taken to pit road. It looks like the 42 has got a flat tire. He will pull it off. 24 on pit road.
The 82 with Keith Hughes has been taken over by Robert Kubat in the 76, and Nick Gunther is now breathing down his neck. in the 55. Oop, trying to get on Robert here.
So
Coming
they
up on
got
some
lap traffic coming up. Yeah.
Yep. Couple cars in lap traffic. Will be the 91 of Steph Thomas.
What I think, I
Staying
think
low.
I'm seeing a little bit of a pattern here from N. Gunther and the 48 of Alex Moe. I think they look like they're racing really hard, but I'd almost bet that they're going to race. They're waiting to race at the end. Because these guys, if you know, like Alex Moe, he's always been like the closer. You know what I mean? He's always there at the end.
Yeah, Nick Gunther's no stranger to winning races either.
Right, and they're not really pressing these guys right now. I think they're just maybe kind of wearing them down, letting them wear their own stuff out. But I'm going to give you the reins for a second here, Blaine. I do have to step out. I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, we'll just watch these guys. Super, super smooth. Nick Gunther, Alex Moe, Keith Hughes up there. Lost the line on one of the corners back there. Just gave Nick a chance to get around him. See the 7 car down there at the bottom of your screen. Moving off the side of the track there. Robert's still in the lead. Nick is right behind him. We are halfway through this race right now. Thanks to everybody for watching. Nate Balser in the YouTube chat. Go Tarnation TV. You do a great show. Thanks, Nate. When we actually download the core properly, it actually ends up being a great show. Thanks, man. Mark Snyder is Ben's dad. Oh, I thought they were brothers. I forgot about that. Yeah, Ben's father, Mark. I should have known that. That comment comes from James Sykes. I hope I'm saying that right. I try to pretend that I'm really good at pronouncing names. Oh, James also let us know that we were looking for Noah because it was his debut race. He probably did not qualify. I was curious about that because he wasn't on the list. And you did have to qualify to make the race. It would have been Noah's debut here at the Maverick Series, but he failed to qualify for the main race. Robert Kubat has found a line out in front, followed by Nick Gunther, Alex Moe, Keith Hughes. All going for a drive. We are halfway through this race, just under 50 laps to go. 47 to be exact. Jack Merkel in 5th. Who's that? Oh, that lap down cars. Yeah, okay. Then I'm just lost there for a second. Nico. And that number 14 in 6th position. Nico Servideo. Unfortunately, I do not have that car file. Behind him, Cody Lamas. Michael Earl up there. Allison Rodrigo in the 43 car. He's currently in 8th position, last time by the stripe. The 47 driven by Michael Earl, currently in 30th. That thing's got some rear end damage. Sponsored by Kingsford, though, my favorite charcoal. Love that stuff. Actually reminds me I got to buy a new bag. Kev Hiller in the 137 and 25th position. Position number 9 of Matt McIntyre. Right behind him, Jeff Goodpaster in the number 10. Not the number 10. In the position number 10. Steph Thomas, 21st position. Ward in 22nd. Michael Norman in 11th. Behind him, we've got Sims again. She's in 12th. Tate Dorsey in 13th position at the line. It stays at 13. Yes, it does. That number 6 has some right side damage. It's a cool looking car too. I am missing a couple of car files. There is a lot of car files. There is a lot of people here. As you can see, just from we were showing the standings at the start of the race, there's about 100 drivers that have made a start in the Maverick series just in this season, which I do believe is season number 4. A lot of cars, a lot of car files. Some guys have alternates for certain special occasions, like Ben was saying at the start of the race and the introductions that today is the 10th of September. Some drivers are actually running September 11th tribute cars. I hope I have those downloaded. Fran Gomez in the 222. I'm going to rewind that for a second. I think there was somebody down the bottom of the track there. I want to see if something happened. Who was that?
I'm back with you, Blaine.
Okay.
Sorry about that. You know, the guy, I had to run over to the car. Guy wanted to charge me $1.50 for a Diet Coke. You believe that?
It's pretty cheap.
I'm watching
Kids
this
these
55
days.
car, man. He's taking off.
Yeah, Gutierrez back on track. I thought I saw an anomaly down there on the apron. That's why we're in instant replay right now, but there's some smoke, and sometimes I see smoke, and I see cars coming out of the pits.
I'm focused right now on the 48 of Alex Moe. That looks like they're going to keep going. Still green.
Yep. 47 of Earl getting some service. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, wow. Is that...
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the note in front of me that you have. I don't know where these guys are in the point standings, but this Alex Moe, I'm telling you, in the 48, the Lowe's machine, he wants to race.
Seth Cole is smoking on pit road, and it looks like he actually might retire. Let's back this up a bit and see what happened to him. Oh, it looks like he needed to get a tow. That was a long tow. I can't even find him. Seth Cole. I've rewound it. I've backed it up about 10 minutes. Oh, there he is there. Yeah, we missed that. Seth, oh, there's a massive accident back there on lap 42. How did we miss that one? Involving Seth Cole. We just watched the replay here now. About 10 laps ago, this is what happened. Was this a cause for a yellow? So somebody gets out of control there. They're all checking up. There's nowhere to go. There's so many cars out there.
I don't know if this league has a replay committee, but I'll tell you what, they're going to be busy if...
yeah.
Especially with the yellows off like they have, it makes it really hard to kind of... Especially once they get all spread out, trying to stay on the leaders and the racing that's going on, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, Seth tried frantically to put that thing in reverse and put it to the floor and ended up getting T-boned. That did not bring out a yellow flag at all. That's why we didn't notice what had happened, because I was seeing smoke on the track. We'll watch that again here. There was actually another wreck behind there, too, going into the trioval. This all happened 10 laps ago. So this is the smoke we were seeing when we were focused on the leaders.
I'm watching the leaders right now, actually, in the 48 and the 55. They're pulling away a little bit, but they're definitely running two different distinctive lines.
Leaders
and Alex,
being
now the caution's
55.
out now. Lap 65, the caution is out.
Okay.
55 will retain the lead.
All right, we'll stay hooked on the 55 here, because there's some pretty interesting... Oh, he just skipped out there for a second. We'll get on Alex. He might have a more stable connection. We'll stay on the front pack here just to see what happens. We go back in replay mode sometimes. We miss some pretty cool pit strategies. So we're going to focus on pit lane here. Pits will be closed this time by, I do believe. We usually have to go around one time, let the pace car gather up the field. So, yeah, there was a couple of hard hits that didn't bring out yellow. That's why we didn't notice. We're like, oh, there's some smoke on the track. And we're just figuring some guys got a little sideways. A couple of catastrophic accidents back there took out some drivers. Seth Cole currently 21 laps behind. He is on pit road getting repairs done. I don't know how that's going to happen, but hey, it's all about the points, man. If you can keep that thing rolling. Here they come down to the pit road now.
Yeah, I'm focused on the 55.
Yep, so am I. I'm on Alex Moe, the 48.
Yeah, look, Alex Moe is in. Here they come all rumbling in behind him. Now, some guys elected to stay out, looks like. They're a little bit more spread out.
It's like Alex will get full service. Car looks pretty clean.
And that 88 car, God bless him, he's still hanging in there.
Yeah, really, eh? Nice.
Position 30th.
Here's the race off pit road here.
Looks like he backed that car into a sequoia tree.
And Alex wins the race off pit road.
Unless some of these guys like the 24 and them choose not to pit. I don't know why they would do that, but
they might just be going for the lead lap.
I'll tell you what, though, that incident you found earlier back in lap, 42 was it? The 24 was involved in that and pitted under green. Now they're all going to come down pit road now. I thought maybe he might have the fuel and tires since he pitted a lot sooner than these guys, but yeah, he would probably be wise to go in and get some more.
Well, sometimes it's like we've had a couple of flags out here, 5 yellow flags for 16 laps. You could be, if you did come down under green and maybe got some service and then, maybe 8 or 9 laps later, the yellow comes out, you just stay out, maybe there'll be another yellow or maybe there won't be, but then you'll be pitting out in front of everybody. Or maybe before everybody or after everybody, not with a main pack. That might be part of a pretty good strategy because you could end up just racing your own race and see what happens. And sometimes that can work out because then, oh man, everybody else is running out of gas, 9 laps to go. And you're like, yeah, no, I got lots. Because you just opted to stay out that one time or maybe opted to go in. There's all kinds of cool strategies that can happen, I'm saying. So Keith Hughes is in first right now in the 82 ride. Speaking of laps led, with the most laps so far, Dwayne Johnson has 27 laps led, 13 led by Nick Gunther. Alex Moe has 3, Keith Hughes has 4. Allison Rodrigo has 4 laps led as well. Xander Levi, 3 laps. And 5 by Seth Cole, who has retired with a clutch failure. Michael Earl has also retired, and so has Robert Kubat. Zachary Hall, Joshua Mercurio, Mark Snyder, Kaylee Lee, RJ Bishop, and Ulysses Sandoval are also out of the race, unfortunately. Current fastest lap on the night, 28.5 seconds around this thing with an average speed of 189.2 miles per hour by Jack Merkel. And we are green again. You got your mic on? I'm all by myself.
Am I coughed on or off?
Oh, there you are. You're on now. Yep.
Okay, sorry about that. I had my cough button on.
I heard the cough, and then I never heard you come. I heard you start the cough, and then you never came back. So I figured you hit the cough button, but forgot to turn it back on again.
I was looking at the 14, and what I was saying was the guys who started this race up front are now back up here, and you could throw a blanket over these top 5-6 cars. And I'm looking at the 14, who we haven't even mentioned yet. He's coming up through there now. It looks like he wants to make something happen.
Yeah, Nico Servideo. Yeah, Nico Servideo. Yeah, I don't have the car file for that car, unfortunately. But yeah, currently running in 7th.
Yeah, he's driving what looks to be a black and silver Bass Pro Shops Black Rifle Coffee.
Oh, wow. I wonder how I
Chevrolet.
missed that one.
And that Jay Sims,
yep,
still hanging around up here in the 8th
Jolene,
position.
yep.
Was that Jolene Sims?
Yep.
Okay, Jolene Sims, number 38. Unfortunately, I don't have that paint scheme.
That's weird because I
she's
do, and
holding her
then
own
you
up here still.
you have Servideo and I don't. I have Sims and you don't. There's too many car files. That's the problem. There's literally hundreds. 400 to be exact, or plus 400 plus.
I'm going to go ahead and say it too. They might have been okay to just leave the cautions on this race because so far they're racing. They're racing each other pretty decent.
Yeah. This has been a really good race. A lot of really close battles.
Yeah, a lot of these are still driving door to door. That number 7 and the 82 have been, or no, I'm sorry, the 222 have been side by side now for about the last 6-7 laps. I'm watching.
See, in that number 7 car, Chad Hare, he's 21st position, so he's not even part of that lead lap. He's actually a lap down. He's 2 laps down.
Wall up there. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nick Gunther got a little shove there, but they wow, that was pretty good. That's Jack Merkel. He's our fastest car out here tonight. Leader of he's got the fastest lap. Well, do you have the 07? Do you have the 07's car file?
Number 7, the C higher?
No, 07, Jack Merkel.
Let's see here.
I don't have him either.
I'm not seeing.
There's Good Pastor. Who's that?
Let's see. Yeah, the 07, it looks like an old light blue DuPont.
Oh, okay.
Paint scheme. It's like a light blue and white flame job, like the old DuPont colors.
Oh, cool. There's Anthony McCurry.
Yeah, that's a neat looking car. A lot of these cars have got big bash marks down the
I noticed, sides. I was going to say, the passenger side doors in these things. Look at these guys going 3 wide. Jeff Goodpaster, Anthony McCurry, and
using
Jack
up that
Merkel.
apron down there.
Yeah. Lane Davis. There's Mike Carroll, 22 laps down, but he's still out there running, right in the pack.
Ooh, that 68's driving the wheels off. There's some good battles going on all the way around this track.
That's a really slick design on that 35 car of Mike Carroll, currently running in 31st. Unfortunately, he is 22 laps down, but hey, man, if you show up here every single week, you want to run these laps because eventually you pass these guys. We do have a disqualification. Dale Barham was disqualified. And Jonathan Ward has also retired. See, this is interesting because on the stats screen, you'll see Dale Barnum currently running in 25th. He's in front of Mike Carroll. Well, if Mike Carroll runs another 20 laps, which is possible, he'll actually pass him. So this is why, even if you are 22 laps down, or 10 laps down, or 4 laps down, just get out there and run your laps. Because if you show up to this league every single week and they run like a 30-race season, that's points
right,
you can, that's positions, that's points. Oh man, I'm 10 laps down. Yeah, like why bother finishing the race? That's why, because right now you've got Mike Carroll in 35th, and he's actually going to end up passing Robert Kubat in about another 10 laps because Robert has retired. And then he will pass Benjamin Snyder, and he will also pass Jonathan Ward and Dale Barnum. So, let's see here. Yeah, Mike Carroll is guaranteed to gain about 4 more positions because cars that are in front of him have retired right now.
I'm watching Jeffrey Goodpasture up here, just took over 9th position. I think he just took over the 7th position. He just got around the 55 and that 84. I wanted to mention that C. Lamas.
Yep, Cody
Lamas. If you remember back, Blaine, about 2 years ago, he beat me at Daytona in the that Alzheimer's race that we ran that you covered for me.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I definitely recognize the name Cody Lamas.
Yeah, I finished 2nd to him. I'm kind of mad at him still.
We never forget. Trying to find him here. There he is there. I don't have his car file either. 84 is a generic, unfortunately. Sorry, Cody. Currently in 9th at the line.
He is driving the Pitt Panthers.
Imagine what it looks like, everyone. So this battle for first.
Florida Panthers, number 84. I believe that's a hockey team.
Florida Panthers, yeah. Oh, I don't have that one. Damn, that would be a cool one. I like that's a cool paint scheme. They got good colors. They got like the kind of off red with the gold.
Right. Yeah. His is red and white, red with white trim.
Nice.
And then the gold Florida oranges or whatever on there.
So
it's hard to see him at 170 miles an hour.
Yeah. Alex Moe just lost the lead. He's now sitting in fourth. 83 laps into a 100-lap race.
Yeah, the 43 has taken over the lead from number 8. And what is the car's there? He's just off my screen. The 82 of Kay Hughes. Kind of simmering nicely there in third with Alex Moe in tow there in fourth. Side by side behind him for fifth.
Santi Gutierrez just coming off of pit road now. Just pitted for service. In the 81. And there goes Alison Rodrigo. Currently your leader in the 43 Green Machine. Fast lane racing. When you're in first place, you definitely have found the fast lane. Lap cars are staying low. That's Dylan Young on the 42 yielding.
Yeah, these leaders want to see that. Guys are back to 3 wide again behind them. Alex Moe leading them down 3 wide with that Jolene Sims there in the 38 car.
There's Nick Gunther back there in 8th, but he has some lap traffic in front of him. Jeff Goodpasser in 7th. His last lap at 29.952 seconds. Jack Merkel still has the fastest lap at 28.5 seconds.
Yeah, they're ticking these laps off pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like I said before, they might have been okay to just leave these yellows on, let them go single file on the restarts. And but you know, wow, we're getting up to 88 out of 100 complete now. We're getting down to 10 to go.
Yeah, it's a good race. And like, you know, it's a lot of extra work for Benjamin Snyder because he's got to control all that stuff. I mean, he has since retired. He's been retired for about 20 laps. Unfortunately, but you know what? Michael Carroll is now up to 30th position. You know, we were just talking about him. He was back there in 33rd or 32nd. He's gained 2 spots. You know, he's 22 laps behind the leader, but he still has 3 more positions that he will gain before this race is over. And that's all for the points.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking at this leader on the 43, and if you look at him close, man, it looks like he's babying a bad tire or something here. He's wobbling a little bit.
You're saying like a shimmy back and forth.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a connection issue either. It looks like that thing is really wobbling. Like he's really babying a tire going down or something.
We're within 10 to the
8's keeping
finish.
right to him.
The 8 has actually closed that gap, but I wonder.
Right.
Yeah, it does look weird. The car is moving around a little bit. Just weird shifts in momentum.
Connection issue. Looks like we got maybe one going around here.
Yeah, I saw some smoke down there on the apron. Green flag still in the air. He's still keeping pretty good speeds into those corners. He's doing about $180 coming into that one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely keeping up the pace. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just...
I wonder if they need to pit again. We weren't really able to get a feed on the pit window. But I mean...
Kate's making his move on the leader right now.
Yep. On a track like this too, tire wear definitely comes in to play. Michael Norman tried that move, but definitely did not work. Overdrove it a little bit.
81, I think, is a lap down, but he's gonna.
Yep.
I think he probably pitted.
81 is 3 laps down. Sandy Gutierrez.
Okay.
He's definitely on fresh tires. Leader will just let him go.
They'll let him
Rodrigo's
go,
not going
yeah.
to race that guy. Lap number 93 of 100. 7 remain. We won't get away from the leaders here. We're going to see if the 08 of Michael Norman has anything for this 43.
I believe he does. I think he was waiting for that lap traffic.
Yeah,
Because he almost had him there. He's either waiting on a pick or he's just waiting for that 43 to maybe make a mistake or something.
I'm thinking now, yeah, he wants to get back on the 43 and see if he can maybe make a move.
The 08 looks like he's moved off the line a little bit from where he was running before, but he's still keeping to him.
Yeah. Laps are getting a little bit slower for the
a little bit
08. That was a 30-second lap compared to his best
We've got
lap
5
being
to go here.
28.9 seconds. Yep.
So the 43.
I'll put up
You
the
know what
interval
you know
here.
what it is, Blaine. You know what it might be. If I were to ride with him, he might be clutching.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's causing that wiggle.
Oh, I can't get lap info on the cars for some reason. I wanted to get the interval.
Oh, if you get in car with the 43, he's struggling.
Oh yeah. A lot of wheel play.
Oh yeah. But he's keeping that 08 in the rear view, but back there in third, that K. Hughes number 82, it looks like he's just kind of waiting to pounce. 3 laps to go.
Yeah, you wonder if these guys behind him actually see this. Sitting behind Rodrigo, watching all this go down, a little bit inconsistent, a little wobbly, maybe trying to lengthen the tire life or something.
Right,
And
yeah,
then
with
maybe
3
they're
laps
just
to go, and look at
let 'em
K.
burn 'em
Hughes
up.
again. I'm sorry to interrupt you. K. Hughes
Yep.
again. He's closing it in now. He's closing it up. Now they're moving to the apron down there on the front
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah, Keith, out of nowhere, they're tightening up now.
And
Oh
they're still
no, the
racing.
8 just cut a tire down.
I'll bet you he did. Yes.
Yep, the 8
Yep,
just cut a
that's
tire.
shame. I kind of had the
Oh,
feeling that
wow.
that 43 was babying that tire. You know, you could tell going into the
Mhm.
turns, especially that thing really wants to swing out.
That's crazy, man. The 08 of Michael Norman was starting to reel him in. Starting to reel in that 43 and then lost that right front. So I wonder now, can Rodrigo make that tire last for 2 more laps?
That moves Gunther to third. It looks like he's maybe wanting to close it up. This is lap 99 of 100. Here we come to the last lap. White flag.
White flag is in the air at the line. Rodrigo, will the tires hold on? Because we saw Michael Norman in the 08. The answer was no.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
I think everybody behind him is doing the same thing. That 82 is really driving it ginger. 55 going to come up and maybe try to take second here.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on the 43 because that's first place.
Yeah, checkered flag is in the air for the
Yeah.
43.
Allison Rodrigo.
Coming off turn 4. Look, it's going to be close for second here. All of them to the apron.
Nice.
Nice race.
Fantastic race. Thank goodness I got the core file installed so I could actually watch it.
Are you still on that?
Oh, I'm still on that. Yeah, that's hilarious. I think it's funny.
Now they're going to come up and congratulate the 43, Rodrigo. 55 right there in the mix, that 38 car.
So how much
There
tires do
she
you think he got that Rodrigo's got left to do?
I don't know. Probably not much.
No. You know, and these top runners, the entire race, pretty much that top 10 really didn't change much. You know, so Norman, Rodrigo, Gunter, Alex Moe, all those guys were up there the whole entire time.
I can hear. Oh, there he is. Okay, I was gonna say I can hear the burnout going, but I can't see him.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching the race. What a fantastic race it was. 100 laps here at Kansas Speedway. High Voltage Racing League, the Maverick Cup Series. Such a massive turnout this evening, we had to actually have 2 qualifying sessions.
I'll tell you what, that was a lot of fun to watch.
It was really good.
When we could see, it's so hard to keep track of these races without the yellows on, but we muscled through it. I think that was a good race. That was a good broadcast.
Well, I forget about the yellows. When the yellows are off, I forgot that the administrators can still throw them. So that's really kind of neat. And actually, because I thought that they were just doing verbal yellows, but the yellow was actually coming out and the pace car was actually coming out. I didn't know that was possible. I must have known that was possible. I've played this thing long enough, but I've been in leagues where, they do it verbally. So I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah. Anyway, awesome race here, the Maverick Cup Series. We're going to gather up. What do we got here? Allison Rodrigo, Keith Hughes, and Nick Gunther.
I believe Benjamin has gathered them up down in the waiting room.
Awesome.
Allison Rodrigo was third. Is that right?
Nope, won the race. Nick was third, Keith was second, Allison was first.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought they took them in reverse order. That's okay. That's fine.
All right, Blaine, have the top 3 ready for an interview, starting with our winner.
Let's do it. Hey, Brian, can you take over the interviews here? I'm going to get this ending screen fixed here. I totally messed it up. So
I can, even though I really don't know a lot of these guys. But man, what a fantastic finish, Allison. I'm going to guess that you were really babying those tires at the end there.
Oh yeah, for sure. In the beginning of the race, I thought that I had a fast car on the short run, but I had no clue about the long run, so I used the first runs to get some information about my tires. But yeah, it was tough the last run.
That was a great effort, man. I mean, you ran top 5 just the whole evening, stayed out of trouble. That 8 car, unfortunately, or the 08, excuse me, was right on you too, and he looked like he was babying those tires, and he just couldn't get them to last, and you outlasted him, man. That was a tremendous effort, man. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. The 08 was really fast. I was seeing on my rearview mirror, especially in 1 and 2, he was better than me. 3 and 4, we were kind of even. But yeah, it was amazing. With 2 laps to go, my right front was red, so I wasn't sure if I was able to make it. So glad that I made it.
How long was it red?
That was fun to watch.
Brian noticed that you were babying that thing for a few laps at the end there. Was that thing red for multiple laps?
Yeah, with 2 laps to go, the right front started to be red. And I was low on fuel too, but I had enough fuel to do the burnout, so the biggest problem was the tires. So with 1 lap to go, I was just babying, trying to get the car to the finish line. I was thinking about the 3 and 4. Maybe I won't make it. I was remember Kyle Larson at Pocono 2021. I was having that feelings.
That was a fantastic race to watch. I don't know. We weren't sure about the fuel runs because there was enough yellows that came out and kind of mixed up the patterns in which you guys were pitting. Like, what was your fuel window and your tires like? Like, could you go 15 laps, 25 laps? What was the range?
I mean, the fuel window, if you was not pushing, you could go like 35 laps, maybe 34 to 35. the tires was lasting like if you were pushing like third laps, maybe 28, I don't know. So you had to baby it in the beginning of the run to try to conserve some tires and get in the final. But yeah, the tire was the biggest concern. The fuel was like 34 laps.
Because the track was very gripped up, eh? Like, so it was really rough on tires more than usual?
Yeah, I think so, because the wear is kind of high and also the grip is high, so the speed is high too. And
Right.
at the corners, you carry a lot of speed, so the tire is suffering with that. I was trying to use the middle groove, trying to keep my tires cool so it lasts more laps. So yeah.
Well, it was
I
a
think the grip, the high grip was a factor for sure.
Yeah, like I said, it was a fantastic race to watch. I love it when it comes down to tires like that, especially in the last couple laps. The 08 was getting near you and cut one down, and we're thinking, okay, now we know. Brian's observation was correct. We're running out of rubber. Well, yeah, man, awesome finish. Congratulations on the win. And I'm curious. We'll give you the microphone. The floor is yours. Do you want to any shout outs you want to give? Let her rip.
Okay, thanks. First of all, thank to you guys for the broadcast. I will watch back, as I always do. Thanks to Keith and to Benjamin to the Maverick series going for us race. Thanks for my guys on my team, Fastlane Racing. I have like 10 to 15 guys to thank. So Lucas Garcia, Bruno Nisanti, Felipe Teixeira, and so on. And I think for who's watching the race too, and appreciate guys. I think it is it.
That was a fantastic drive, Allison. It's tremendous.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man, for talking with us tonight. And good luck in the coming weeks, and congratulations again on the win. Have yourself a fantastic evening.
Appreciate guys.
All right, we're moving our way down the list. There's the winner. Now we get to talk to Keith Hughes in the number 2's position. Brian's on it. There it is. Keith, you got us.
Got you loud and clear.
Right on, man. What a great run watching you guys. Were you having tire problems? Oh, where'd he go? Keith, there he is.
Somebody moved me. Now I'm back.
Yeah. We were just curious because we watched the 08 cut a tire down there in the last 5 laps or so. Were you guys really babying those things, or were you good on rubber?
Oh, I was hoping that it was going to last, and then I was hoping I saved more than the 43. I was hoping his tire would blow as well, but I was clinching there coming through the last 3 and 4, hoping it wouldn't blow. It was very tight on that one. I think I was red for like 3 laps before the end.
Really?
Yeah, it was, and you could only do about 3.5 more laps, so I was right there on the edge.
Oh man, that would drive me insane seeing the thing red. You never know when it's gonna go, right? Once it's red, it's anytime.
Yeah,
it's coming.
There's not really a sign for that, and I was hoping, like I didn't at the beginning of the run. I was like, I'll try to stay in the front and hope there's a caution. I come down pit road, keep track position. Then we kept it pretty clean, especially for Maverick standards. It was very clean at the end. I mean, there was other places that weren't, but the last 20 so laps were pretty good, I thought.
Keith, that was a great drive, man. And we were watching that top 5 pretty much, and I started noticing the 43 was wobbling a little bit, and I said, you know what, he's babying that tire. And I said, I bet these guys that are on the same lap going for the win are doing the same thing. And sure enough, the 08 didn't get his to last, and it shot him into the wall. And then you come up there, and I said, I bet this Keith is just waiting. He's just waiting to see, what's going to happen here. And man, that was a great effort. That was a great effort, man. Congratulations.
Yep, we just came up 1 position short, but congratulations to 43 for taking care of that tire as long as it needed to. I had nothing to push. I couldn't push, or I'd have blown one.
That was a fun race to watch, definitely. And like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, I was so much happier to be in the booth with Blaine again rather than be in the Hornet's Nest down there. And I even said during the race, with the yellows off, it was really hard for us to kind of keep track of everybody And I think you guys would have been okay this time to leave yellows on. I think you'd have been all right.
Yeah, it's just easier.
It's a hard call on Benjamin. Yeah, it's a tough
we
call.
try to make it where we can get the most green flag racing as possible, and it might not be the best for the broadcasters. I know that they have a hard time keeping up with it, but ultimately, it's our best chance to have green flag runs. if we had game cautions on, we'd have probably done 6-7 more cautions tonight. And I hate doing pace laps. If we wreck a lot, that's fine. I just hate doing extra pace laps if it's not necessary. But I appreciate y'all broadcasting it though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Like it was one of those races where it just seemed to be, no matter where we were looking on the track, if we were following the leaders or if we were following a guy that was 27 laps down, there was always something to talk about and there was always something going on. So, I mean, the amount of people that come out to these races is phenomenal. To have a full field on a Tuesday night and be able to call a race that good, you know, everybody involved, awesome show, and, you know, congratulations on the podium finish.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, if you got any shout outs or any websites you want to plug, let her rip.
I'll thank my family, my wife and kids for letting me race. And then Monday to Thunder is my home league. If you never need somewhere to drive on Sunday night or Monday night, we put on a pretty good show with normal tracks and less drivers, so it's not as hectic, but we still put some fun racing and 2-3 wide battles. It's a great time. So appreciate allowing me to do shout outs, and we'll see you later.
Awesome. Thanks, Keith.
Good job, Keith.
Third place will be Nick Gunther in the 55. You got us?
Hey, how's it going?
Go ahead, Brian.
Oh no! Congratulations! What was the third place, man? You let that right front tire outlast the guys behind you. We can say that for sure because we started noticing that. You know, with 6-7 laps to go, I said, man, that 43 is babying that tire. He's got an issue or something. Because without the yellows on, it was hard to keep track of the fuel mileage and different things like that going on with you guys. But we could tell by the way you guys were, that whole top 5 was babying them, and the 08 kind of proved my theory that you guys were babying that right front tire, and it showed. But what a tremendous race, man! Great effort. Congratulations on that third place.
Yeah, bottom step of the podium is always like a good points day as well. Yeah, unfortunately, Michael, our teammate, unfortunately couldn't last that right front tire a little bit longer. But yeah, I was really surprised that I thought my right front tire was going to go down too, because I had to bust my ass get back up there. I was like, I don't think I'm going to have enough time, and unfortunately I didn't. I think I had like one more lap that the story would have been a little bit different.
Because you were closing the gap there on the top. I seen you back there in fourth, and then the 08 went out, and I said, here comes this Gunther. I said, you watch. I bet he's just waiting. I said, but wait, he can't wait too long. There's only like a lap or two left to go, and it was close on those tires, man. That was an interesting, just a fun, exciting race to watch. That was really cool.
It just proves my point that like even in real life racing, tire wear creates better racing, and the racing tonight was, for Maverick standards, A+. I would give this, Keith and Ben, A+ for their efforts today for the managing to put on a good show. Unfortunately, it had to take a caution cooldown in order to actually do so. I mean, yeah, all the people wrecked out early, but I guess that's just kind of the point, just to try to get the runs going in with the series. It's just pretty typical here.
I noticed you're the second one now in these interviews to use the term Maverick standards. And I don't really have anything to compare that to, but again, it was just it was a fun race to watch. And I said it during the broadcast, you guys would have probably been okay to leave the cautions on, but on Benjamin, that's a tough call on his part, to keep all this stuff together and to try to keep these races as green as possible. It's not so easy sometimes, especially with, a field as large as this one. I mean, you had 39 starters tonight, and I think only 6 or 7 of them, had to retire or whatever, but most of those were mechanical and that. But that third place, man, what an effort. That was awesome to watch.
Well, like you said, like the roster, the amount of people that show up for these races, it can't be easy to maintain, and there's not a lot of room on the track. No matter where we look on the track, there's races going on somewhere. And it's so exciting to call these things because these tracks are always jam-packed full of drivers. So, yeah, man, what an awesome race. And I think, yeah, Ben did a fantastic job running these yellows because we missed a couple of wrecks. We saw some smoke, and then it took me 10 laps to find out that there was some crazy stuff going on, but that's why we used the replays. So, yeah, we hope it was an entertaining broadcast for everybody who was watching on the YouTube machine. And, yeah, congratulations on the podium finish, sir. If you have any shoutouts or whatever you got to plug, let it rip.
Yeah, I gotta go thank my my people back at the shop for Fortnite Squad Race and packing up a fast Toyota Camry as usual. Didn't blow a gear or an engine this time, so knock on wood. We go to Watkins Glen next week for that. Hopefully, it doesn't do anything stupid there. I gotta thank my YouTube channel Mendicu787B. So subscribe to that for NASCAR and Pokemon gaming content. You also got Disney Speedstorm on the car. It was gonna run this week, but of course we have the old Memorial tomorrow with 9/11. So I wanted to do something patriotic for this week. Let's see, we got Coca-Cola on the car, like usual, being part of the Coca-Cola racing family as always. Thank my teammates for just telling me to keep my head down. And yeah, it was quite a good race.
Yeah, it was a very good race, man. So, yeah, thanks for joining us up here in the booth. Have yourself a good night, dude.
All right. Ciao.
Thanks. Benjamin, awesome run tonight, man. This is amazing. This track is rad.
Thank you.
Yeah, and sorry for the mess up at the start. I figured my car was fine because practice and happy hour qualifying working great. But, yeah, you were quick on the ball on that thing and sending me that core file, so everything worked glorious after that. So yeah, sorry for the hiccup, but I think we put on a good show for you.
Yeah, and I wish you told me you were missing those car files, so I could have had you download them.
Yeah, I didn't even think I was, because like I said, in practice and happy hour, it was fine. My quality was 100. I was flipping around looking at all the cool paint jobs, and then the race starts up and the thing just took did an absolute cartwheel on me. But yeah, we got her figured out, and yeah, man, what a great race. How crazy is it for you to run, like you're driving while you're trying to maintain these cautions and stuff, you know? Are you guys on your own separate whisper channel? Like, how does that whole thing go down?
No, it's just practice. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of work though, man, to actually, because you're driving while you're also doing your administration stuff, trying to hold on to these 40 cars that are on the track and still run caution flags. And yeah, dude, it was flawless. It was great.
I really wanted to finish under power, but I really enjoyed myself, and it's a great league. We do everything we can to make this the greatest league ever.
Yeah, I mean, you got the attendance numbers to show it. You know, you had to do. So how does your qualifying work? When you have enough room in the server for say 39 starters and 50 people show up, do you lock in the first 20 of the regulars, or how do you determine your secondary qualifying situation?
So what we've been doing this season, so there's 2 spots for the broadcast crew. And then so we start 40.
Okay.
Yep. And so any car that is in the top 25 in owner points is locked in. And so we had I think 19 or 20 of those cars showed up tonight. And so the remaining spots are determined by a knockout qualifying session. And so we only had to send 4 drivers home tonight. So a total of 44 drivers entered the race tonight, which is unbelievable. For Daytona, we actually had to have 2 separate qualifying servers. We had 56 people racing for the remaining 19 spots in the with the entry list of 77 cars, and it was unbelievable.
I remember that because everybody comes out to your Daytona.
Yeah, well, I mean, not everybody. We've had a lot of people join late in the season.
I just remember like you said, you had to have 2 separate qualifying sessions to determine the actual main race for the Daytona. And then even tonight on a random Tuesday in September, you're over your maximum and had to have a knockout qualifying situation to lock in the remainder of that field. So unfortunately, some guys had to go home, but Hey, we got a fantastic race out of the deal.
It's unbelievable. And we got Talladega coming up, so that race should have a lot of entries.
Nice.
And we have a new qualifying format, so we're going to have 2 separate servers running. It'll be the top 34 across both servers with 5 or 6 provisionals on the track. The West Coast races will have 5 because we have something special planned for the final spot in the field for those races.
Is Maverick Series on Tuesday? You have a second series, right?
We're starting one up next season.
Oh, okay. I remember you saying you were going to have a second series on the West Coast time frame.
No, it's going to be in the same time slot, but it's designed for people from the West Coast. It's going to run almost all tracks on the West Coast, primarily on Fridays with a few Tuesday races. Those races will be combination events with both series being in the field, kind of like what they used to do in the 1990s with the Winston Cup and the Winston West. They had the Winston West cars in the Cup field at Sonoma and Phoenix. We're doing that for the West Coast races next year. So basically all those West guys are going to have to try and qualify into the Cup field, plus there'll be 1 provisional for a West competitor, presumably the points leader if they don't get in on speed.
Wow. Like, you don't do enough work in Maverick. You're going to double it up now and start a second series.
Well, that series is going to have less races. It's only going to be 8 Friday night races along with the 4 combination events.
Oh, there's a good question. How long is the series at Maverick? Do you guys run a full, 30 race season?
We do 24 races.
Oh, okay.
We start our season 3rd week of March. Actually, next year, the 2nd week of March will be Daytona qualifying. We're going to have a special qualifying format for Daytona. We'll have 2 separate servers. 28 fastest will be locked into the race, and then 4 provisionals, including, if needed, the series director's provisional and past champions provisional. The final 8 spots will be determined by a 25-lap hooligan race with the top 8 taking those remaining spots. And this is kind of like what they used to do in the Busch series back in the 90s at some of the intermediate tracks when they had huge entry lists. They do what were called hooligan races. It was basically like a B main. It's not duels like what the Cup Series does.
Yeah, just race it out, and then that's a lot of racing, man. If people want to get a hold of your league, how do they do it? Is it Facebook?
We have the Maverick Cup Series Facebook group, and we have a Discord server. A lot of people are in the Facebook group, but that's kind of our primary mode of communication, and that's where I post all the updates. So you can check us out there. It's got a lot of drivers, and you can sign up, claim a car number, get a car painted up, and you can come out and race with us on Tuesday night.
Sweet, man. Yeah, we'll Brian and I thank you for having us in here this evening. It was a great race to call, and thanks for having us, man. Brian and I will wrap this thing up, and we'll hope to see you guys again shortly.
Yeah, if I could just jump in for a second, Benjamin.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for having me over here with Blaine, especially, man. A couple of guys came in here for their interviews, and they used the term, by Maverick standards, how great this race was. Now, I don't have anything to compare to because this is my first experience with Maverick and your league here. But I got to tell you, man, I got to give it to you, man. I'm impressed. That was a very impressive race. It was fun to watch. It was fun to call. And I said, I know you guys are working so hard to try to keep the green flag, the green flag laps going. And just my opinion, but you guys probably could have went with cautions on tonight. I don't think it really would have made much of a difference, but man, kudos to you. What a tremendous job you did, not just in the race, but with the league and this event. And if you want to talk about Fluid Studios in the house tonight, you're familiar with that, so I'll offer you my services. We can talk later about that. But good job tonight, man. That was a fun experience and just a great race to watch.
Yeah, and Autry would be proud.
Definitely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we actually retired that number. We retired the 416.
Yeah, I saw that in a couple of posts and on the broadcast we did a couple of weeks ago. I think he would have been proud of this.
Absolutely. I'm gonna want to debrief you guys after you cut the broadcast off because we got some big plans for next season to make the series even better.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm actually while we still have the time, Blaine. I just want to. I know this is selfish of me, but I want to make one quick little announcement as far as Fluid Studios is concerned. We have just broken ground on a brand new racing facility for the sim racing community. That's all I'm going to give you right now as a spoiler. But the track is going to be located in Wilson, North Carolina, and we have a lot of really cool stuff coming out for that. Not even going to tell you what the track is or anything, but it is going to be Fluid Studios Raceway. And it's going to be affiliated with All-Star Racing League. It's going to be exclusive to them, and then we will go public with it in 2025, sometime in 2025. But the ball is rolling. We have broken ground, and so watch for that. Stay tuned.
Ooh, construction has begun on a new racing facility.
It has.
Is there bridges and like loop-de-loops?
Can't say. I'm not letting loose anymore.
We got a double helix and a loop-de-loop and a ramp that launches over a fire pit full of fire.
There's evil stunts set up and all kinds of goodies.
Yeah. Awesome,
Rob Alvey from Theme Park Review would find that exciting.
Cool.
But anyway, thanks for that time, and Benjamin, thank you for having me again. And I hope we can get together soon. Maybe we'll talk about a highlight video for this event, and maybe others coming up. And we'll talk to you soon.
JTN covering the remaining schedule. Definitely need to see some highlight videos. It's gonna look really cool. I mean, I'm especially excited about the upcoming road courses. Road America. It's one of my favorite stops on the schedule, honestly.
No, that one would be fun to build a video for. I like the road courses myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We had 37 cars at Watkins Glen a few weeks ago. We almost had a full field, which hasn't happened in any league in 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, kudos, man, on all your success with the league and this event tonight, and just keep it rolling, man. You're part of the
Absolutely.
group that keeps this community alive.
Thank you.
Sweet. Well, we got to wrap this thing up because I got to go to bed.
Blaine. Yeah,
But,
it is getting to
yeah.
be about that time. Thanks for having me, Blaine. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Yeah, thanks to Brian Wolf from Fluid
Yeah, I hope you
Studios
have
for
me back.
watching. I'll put your link in the YouTube description below there. Make sure to check out Fluid Studios. Of course, thanks to Maverick, the High Voltage Racing League, Benjamin Snyder, and all the Snyders for having Tarnation TV in here to back up JTN when they can't do it. And if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.